Hello and welcome to Woodbridge, the best town around. My name is John McCormick. I'm the mayor of this great town, and we're here today for one of the most fun events of the year, really. It's the kickoff of our Have a Heart Food Drive. This is a program that goes way back to 1992, back when McGreevy first became the mayor, and I was working for the town counting the money as the CFO, and you were in the health department back then. And you and I are still here,
Still here.
although I took a break. But you didn't. You've been here for how many years?
37.
30. This is Peter Barcelona, by the way. I didn't get around to introducing him until I started talking to him. Peter works in our health department. He's the conscience of We Feed Woodbridge. He's the guy responsible for getting the food from the donors to the donees, and that's a very difficult job. But let me just kick this off then by saying the Have a Heart Food Drive is asking people and businesses to donate $214 or 214 pounds of food between now and 2/14, which is Valentine's Day. There's a phone number if anybody wants to donate but can't get it to us, and that is 732-855-0600, extension 5034. If you can't bring it to one of our sites, which is Town Hall, this community center, and the health department, if you can't bring the food there, Peter will arrange to have it picked up. And when you mail, you can mail the checks to Town Hall, 1 Main Street, care of the mayor's office. So that's all the details. Let me now turn it over to Peter to talk a little bit about this effort. And we have what now, 11, we always, looks like 11 names, 11 food pantries in Woodbridge. There are several that are here. We can recognize them in a minute, but tell me about the drive in general, Peter.
Thank you, Mayor. As the mayor says, Have a Heart Food Drive was created for after the holidays. As most of us know, during the holidays, people are in a very giving mood, which is helpful, always helpful. I mean, we fed probably gave away 500 Thanksgiving food baskets this Thanksgiving, as well as over the Christmas holidays. But generally, come January, people get hunkered down in their house. It's cold, and so generally our food donations drop off. And so we created Have a Heart, hence with Valentine's Day, the 2/14, to kind of bring more food into our pantries during those very dry months. Generally, this time of the year, January, February, are very dry months, and then generally the summers are a very dry month when people are vacationing, and so that's when we have the Mayor's Summer Concert Series and the Hunger Never Takes a Vacation food drives. Our pantries feed roughly between 1,300 and 1,400 families per month. We have 10 vibrant food pantries and the 1 soup kitchen. The backbone of the food pantry is not me, it's the volunteers that are in the forefront every day. I mean, they're out doing the work. I'm just kind of making those connections. If it wasn't for the mayor and Carolyn, we're constantly talking and coming up with other ideas as to how we can keep our food pantries well stocked. Debbie is a great advocate, Sharon's a great advocate, and they'll speak about these programs that we have going now as part of the Have a Heart Food program. But I would just say, you know what, if you can't give $214, then give $10. If you can't give $10, give $5. And any amount helps. The money that we raise, we turn it over to our food pantries, and they use it for purchasing food at the community food bank at a very reduced rate. They use it for purchasing gift cards. They use it for families that have special dietary needs. It goes on and on and on. So the money is most important. We ask our business community to support us, and they always have. Northfield Bank is one of our biggest supporters, and Angie will tell you what they've done in 2025. Holly from the Chamber of Commerce is constantly putting news blasts out to support our food drives. So it takes a community to feed the community, our business community, and our residents. So on behalf of the people that we have the privilege of serving, thank you very much.
Thank you, Peter, very much for taking my job and introducing everybody. You mentioned Carol, you mentioned Sharon, you mentioned Debbie, you mentioned Holly, you mentioned Angie. What have I got left?
Sorry.
What do I got left? All right, let me start with Angie. Angie, every year, Northfield Bank is a gigantic contributor toward We Feed Woodbridge. They're a gigantic contributor toward just about everything in Woodbridge Township. We don't even have to ask Angie. And she finds out about something and she'll call Carol, call somebody else in town and say, hey, what do I do? So Angie, you want to say a few words about Northfield Bank?
Sure. Thank you, Mayor. Hello, everybody. My name is Angie Serkas, and I am the Senior Vice President of Government Banking and Business Development for Northfield Bank. And this is by far one of my favorite organizations that we love to help out. Northfield is proud to sponsor this, and we have been doing it for quite some years. But 2025 was special. The foundation, the Northfield Foundation, has a golf outing on an annual basis, and part of the proceeds this year were attributed to We Feed, and it was in excess of $35,000. We also are donating today $5,000, and we also gave 2 grants this year, $2,500 each, for the total of $5,000 to this great organization that is dear to our hearts. And we will continue to do so with the help of Peter Barcelona, the mayor, Caroline, and everyone from the township, because we work here, we live here, we play here, and we love to help here, because township is truly the best town around.
Oh, baby. Way to go. Just the way we rehearsed it. Thank you. Now let me introduce Holly Church Doyle. She is the Executive Director of the Woodbridge Metro Chamber of Commerce. And frankly, I would add, does a phenomenal job doing that. We enjoy a terrific relationship with our business community, and the fact that she has opened up her resources, which means her database of all her members, to know about what we're doing, it only helps us to do even a better job. So Holly, would you say a few words?
Thank you, Mayor. As the Mayor said, my name is Holly Church Doyle, and I am the proud Executive Director for the Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber of Commerce is here to support the businesses in the communities, but we not only support the businesses, we support the residents in the community. And the relationship that we have with the township makes what we do very easy. We accomplish these things together, and that is the ultimate goal. It's the togetherness, it makes us stronger. If anybody out there wants to drop off food, you can drop off the food at the Chamber of Commerce office. The address is 178 Main Street, that is in Woodbridge. Or if you need to get additional information about Have a Heart, you can call us at 732-636-4040, and we are always proud to support the Have a Heart campaign. Thank you.
Thank you, Holly. Councilwoman Debbie Meehan has been involved in the food drives for a long, long time. In fact, back in the day, she used to have a drive at the Taste of Colonia, actually, at the Colonia Country Club. And that was a big fundraiser for the food drives. We got to do them again. We got to get them back. We lost them after COVID. It kind of just died off, but we got to get back to that. But Debbie's also always been a voice for people in need, with everything she does, representing not only Colonia, but really the entirety of Woodbridge Township, because need knows no geographical borders, ward by ward, town by town, state by state. Need is what it is, and we help everybody from town, regardless of where they live. But let me ask Debbie to say a few words now. Every time we do the school events, the kids in the schools have food drives, and Debbie's at every one all over town talking to the kids and then thanking them. So Deb, say a few words, please.
Thank you, Mayor. So we're talking about how we collected, but me and Peter have seen the children and the families, and they're hungry, and they come, they're very prideful, and you don't realize how many people in our community are hungry. They could be your neighbors, they could be your friends, it could be anybody. So hunger really doesn't discriminate against anybody. So with these drives and all these wonderful community people that help us, it really makes a difference to stock up our food pantries. The mayor was saying we used to do a Taste of Colonia, and we should get that back.
Sure.
It kind of faded after COVID, but we've still in Colonia, we still try to collect food. So we'll be doing a food drive on February 8th over at the Evergreen from 10 to 12, and we'll be doing it with the Colonia Middle School students, and they'll be out on the street and they'll be waving at you. So if you're in Colonia or passing through Colonia that day, please come. You can just drive right in. The kids will come up and they'll take the food. And last year, the past few years we've done it since COVID, we've really had a nice success with it. And it's good for the kids to see that people are hungry, so they continue to do their community service. So, but thank you to everybody that helps.
Talk about the drive at the Colonia VFW for Thanksgiving.
So we
That's
did,
a phenomenal
yeah,
drive.
we did it over at the VFW. We had a big turkey standing on Inman Avenue waving at everybody, so that was a good catch. But it's great. The kids, they come, they get the food from the car, we bring it in, we pack it up, and we serve a lot of families in our communities, in the schools. And like I said, it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter what part of town you're from. There are people that are hungry in there. So please continue to give. like Peter said, $10, $12, whatever you have, every little bit matters. So thank you.
Thank you, Deb. Our current council president is Sharon McAuliffe. She's got all the one meeting under her belt so far. And she's also a local business owner at Not Just Bagels on Main Street. And she participates in Restaurants to the Rescue. So let me ask her to say a few words about what that means and what she does with the food that she no longer can use in the store or sell in the store, but it's still productive and edible. So Sharon, say a few words about that.
Thank you, Mayor. Hi, everybody. My name is Sharon McAuliffe, and as the mayor said, I'm the first ward councilwoman in Woodbridge, which takes care of Woodbridge proper and Seawarren. So what we do is every single day, what we do is we don't sell our leftover bagels. We take those bagels and we donate them to the food pantry every single day. And if the food pantry is closed, we have other organizations in town that also work with the food pantry. So every single day, we have our leftover bagels that go to somebody that is in need. And the bagels are good for several days. They get packed up and they get put away right away to families that need them. So 214 pounds is pretty easy for us. We might do that in 1 week very easily. Some days we donate 2 dozen bagels. Some days we donate 10 dozen bagels. Whatever's left over, we give them. And also, what we also do is we run a fundraiser with the Marby Street School for Thanksgiving. And when we do have any leftovers for that Thanksgiving dinner, that I work closely with the Chamber of Commerce, and I provide that, and we go there and serve the food. All that food that's left over from there that Wegmans donates and that we donate, we provide to the food pantry also, and that also helps put stuff into the food pantry as well. So it's a great service. If any other restaurants in town are interested to know how they can donate any of their leftovers that they can get, go out that are not disposable at that time, you can contact Carolyn Ehrlich, and she'll give you all the details of how the program works. And like Holly had said also, if you need to do a drop-off, Not Just Bagels always has a big container there that you can drop anything off to give to the food pantry for the Have a Heart food drive. So thank you very
Talk
much.
about Bobby and the cereal boxes. I think that's one of
Oh
the
my
coolest
gosh.
things.
They do, instead of doing a Super Bowl, they do a cereal event, and they collect bunches of cereal boxes, and then what they do, they line them all up in the hallways of school and make a big domino effect and have all of the boxes of cereal go. How many we collected? Like 3 vans?
400 some
400 and
boxes.
some boxes of cereal. So they'll do that again this year. It's a great event. Marby Street is very much involved in helping the food pantry. So like Debbie said, all the schools are great out there, and we appreciate every donation that we get. So thank you.
In 1 year, there was 1 box of Frosted Flakes missing. I'm not sure where it went. I have really no idea who might have taken that box of Frosted Flakes, my favorite breakfast cereal. And now I'd like to ask Carol Ehrlich, our Chief of Staff, who has really embraced this whole idea and making sure we all do the right thing in town. And she's working especially with the school district on a program to kind of do restaurant rescue with school cafeterias. So go ahead, talk
thank
about
you.
that.
So the problem isn't that we don't have enough food. The problem is that the food isn't going to the people that need it. So we have to be as creative as we can to find ways to make that happen. What Sharon just talked about with the cereal boxes, oh my gosh, it's so creative, it's so fantastic, and it's also, when it's with the schools, it's an educational tool. They're learning, and they're learning about the importance of making sure everybody has a good meal to eat. So one of the things that it's just at the concept stage now, but we're working on putting together a program. So the schools themselves, they make lunches and breakfasts, and they clearly have a leftover food. So we're putting together a program where we'll have volunteers go in, pick up the food, and take it to wherever Peter says, whichever pantry needs it or wherever it needs to go. Of course, we'll first go through a training period where they'll learn what you can package, how to package it, and they do this. There's a program, Table to Table, in Bergen County that I'm very good at copying things that we're copying, and it's really, really an exciting program, and I'm looking forward to working with the Board of Education to make that happen.
Mayor, can I just speak more about Restaurant to the Rescue?
Sure.
If I could just speak further about Restaurants to the Rescue. I mean, currently we have about 14 restaurants. We're picking up the Orsi's Bakery tonight, Sharon's, the bagels from, not just bagels. We're picking up, we're recovering food from Wegmans. We're recovering food from ShopRite. We're talking now with local management at the Trader Joe's as well as Sprouts, and trying to circumvent the corporate and just do it on a local level at that point, because a lot of them work with Feeding America, so we're trying to keep it local as opposed to going outside of town. So we are constantly looking for more places that we could partner with, local businesses, to be able to rescue what's left over.
Thanks, Peter. We have some of our local heroes here that work in the food pantries. We have Bob from First Presbyterian of Woodbridge. We have Kathy from St. James. We have Matt from St. Cecilia's. We have Dolores and Gary from Heaven's Helper. Does anybody want to come up? Bob, I know sometimes you are willing to say a few words as a volunteer about what it's like to be so active and you know, without you, people would go to bed hungry. Let's just leave it, tell it like it is. So thank you, Bob.
Okay. Okay, so first thing is I thank the mayor, council, staff, the community, business community, and especially Peter, who helps coordinate all the things that we do. The one thing I have to say is that the support we get during the year from the township is something that we really need in the thing. I'm going to say it was especially useful to most of us, or to almost all the pantries during November, when the federal government was shut down and SNAP benefits were done. Most of us saw anywhere from 70, 80, sometimes double what we normally would see, people coming to our pantries. And if we hadn't had the support of the township and of the donations we had gotten from them, we probably would have run out of food and had trouble. Most of us were able to get through it because of all those donations. And so for the support we get throughout the year, and especially for what we got over the winter time and heading into Thanksgiving and everything else, we really want to thank the township for all they do. And yes, there are the 10 pantries, and we're all open at different times, and hopefully as people need the help, they're willing to come out, and we're more than willing to help you. So we'll say it all with that.
And the SNAP is pretty much back on track
SNAP is
now.
back. SNAP came back, like I said, November was very heavy, December was down a little bit, and at least in our case, we're back to pretty much where we normally had been for January. We just did our January distributions, but we're back. But I said, if it hadn't been for the help we got during the township and the reserves, we had some of the money we had gotten, so we were able to go out and buy things, we would have run out of food. We would have had to turn people away. And we didn't have to because of some of the donations we had. So we're very grateful to all of you for all you do.
Great. Thanks very much for all you do, because you're on the front lines and you're doing God's work out there. Kathy, Matt, Gary. Oh, Kathy, want to come up? Kathy's from San. You got notes. You're prepared.
I have my metrics.
Oh, all right.
Hi.
Oh, okay. You got numbers.
I do. So I'm Kathy Scully from St. James, and I do have metrics. That's from my corporate life. It just came over into my volunteer life. But first of all, I would also like to thank everyone here, because without all your help, we would have never gotten through, especially during the SNAP crisis. Just yesterday, we received from Colonia High School. I'm a resident of Colonia, so we thank you very much. We had a very nice donation from Colonia High School. And Sharon, we always have your bagels, and our clients truly, truly appreciate it. Northfield Bank, again, we thank you so much for all you've done. And Peter, without Peter, always looking out for us, and the mayor for all you've done with We Feed, and during the year with the concerts, again. Without that, we would be in need. So, but just some net metrics. During 2025, St. James, we serviced 2,234 families, and of that, including children under 18 and adults, that was 6,043 individuals. So without all your help, we would never be able to do that. During SNAP, the month of October, we had 52 families sign up, which is that number is unbelievable compared to what we normally would have during a month. So again, I thank you all for what you do for us.
Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. Matt, you good? St. Cecilia's in the house. Want to say a few words if you don't mind?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you to everybody here that's contributed to the pantry. Our pantry has grown by double, I'd say, in the last year. And we set a record in November, over 300 families we helped. And even though we get a lot of donations from Community Food Bank, which is and Middlesex County, it's the smaller, the more local things that we really depend upon, especially during the crisis with the checks, with DBT. So I just wanted to thank you all for contributing, for donating food. Peter especially, who I bother him for bags all the time, because if we spend money on bags, we don't spend it on food. So I'm really very, very glad that we're in such a community in Woodbridge, in Middlesex, and especially in New Jersey, that we take care of the people that are here and make sure that they're well fed. Thank you very much.
Terrific. Thank you very much. Before I close, I just want to put a good word in for Craig Coughlin, who is our local assemblyman. He's also the Speaker of the General Assembly in his 9th two-year term now, and his 5th two-year term. He just was inaugurated yesterday as the Speaker for another two-year term, his 5th, as I said. The 3rd term, he set a record for his political party for the longest-serving member as a Speaker. The 4th term, he set a state record for all parties, and he was inaugurated again yesterday for a 5th term. So he's got a record that may never be broken. It is hard to believe in the crazy world of Trenton that people could coalesce and consolidate around one individual 5 different times over a 10-year period to be the Speaker of the General Assembly. It's basically unheard of. And he has made food insecurity his #1 priority. In fact, yesterday, when he gave his speech, he listed 4 goals for the next 2 years, and the first one was food insecurity. It's, many of us were there listening to him talk, and he has just adopted this cause. And he's the reason why New Jersey is a leader, literally a leader in the country on dealing with food insecurity. We are the only state that has a cabinet level official, like there's treasurer, attorney general, DEP, DOT, education, you name it. We are the only ones that has a cabinet level official in charge of food insecurity. And then you had him in here last week.
Come to here. He's helping us with this new program.
Oh, he's helping with the
Yeah,
with the
he's
schools.
fantastic.
Yeah, he's great. He's great. So just got to give a shout out to Craig. He's our guy, and we love everything he does, and well, not everything he does, maybe, but most of what he does. Yeah, politics is politics. We can't agree on everything, but we do agree on what he does with food insecurity, and he's a hero to the state of New Jersey. So I want to put a good word in for Craig. And with that, I guess we're going to take some pictures, right? Let's do it. Oh, let me mention the pantries just so they know. St. James Church, Trinity Episcopal Church, First Presbyterian Church, Island Presbyterian Church, First Presbyterian Church of Avenel, St. Cecilia's Church, Heaven's Helpers, Evangel Church in Island, Fellowship Bible Church, St. Anthony de Padua, and Trinity Episcopal Church Soup Kitchen. 11 different, 10 pantries, 1 kitchen, all doing a great job for Woodbridge Township, so thank you.